We're just arriving at August and the biggest party of the summer is already come and gone. What are we ever gonna do? Who cares? A tractor lifted a fucking wrestling ring. SummerSlam was a very fun show. One of their best pay-per-views of the year, with the stadium look giving it a very unique atmosphere and pretty much the entire card delivering. Plus, this planted the seeds to many stories that show that we are in Triple H's WWE and the first company pay-per-view with Vince McMahon out the door. From moments, matches, and most especially, Michael Cole's commentary. But back into topic, I'm Duke from Duke It Out, here to rank every match at SummerSlam 2022 from its worst to its best. Number 8. Liv Morgan vs. Ronda Rousey. I wasn't sure what I would get from this match, but it was more of a Ronda highlight reel. Apparently that could have happened because Miz and Logan went too long, but still. I'm bummed that this match was mainly focused on telling the story of Ronda Rousey clearly being the superior to Liv. It just added the fear fans already had that she could get instantly buried. Ronda's beatdown still looked good, and the roll-up with Liv tapping was a clever ending. Plus, what I mainly wanted from this match was to see Liv retain and Ronda turning heel, which I got, so mission accomplished. Number 7. Bobby Lashley vs. Theory. Not a bad match or anything, but like with Liv and Ronda, its shorter length added less memorability to it. Theory was a great heel and Lashley had a couple cool moments, but it was a pretty rushed match that also felt like more of a way to build up the main event rather than be a United States title match. Number 6. The Mysterios vs. the Judgment Day. Good ring work, but with this being a no DQ match, I was expecting the style of a tornado tag instead of having someone in the opposite corner the whole time. There were very clever back and forth sequences, especially between Rey and Balor, and Rhea Ripley did great in the interference spots. Plus, the return of Edge with a terrific stage design was a very fun ending. I was sad to see Balor take another pin, but it sets up a highly televised feud with Edge, and I'm more than okay with that. Number 5. Pat McAfee vs. Happy Corbin. Another really fun match from McAfee, and you can tell whenever he gets in the ring, he has the time of his life, and it's extremely entertaining. Corbin sold the anger of his character extremely well, and his clever technique knowing what McAfee would do next brought out many memorable moments for him. McAfee's energy was awesome, and even when it seemed like he was gonna slip, he would instantly recover. The roll-up ending was also a good way to make Corbin look less weak and get a fun win out for McAfee. And his new theme is a really fun one, especially with that bum-ass Corbin choir. But I guess they couldn't afford to always have white stripes. Number 4. The Usos vs. the Street Profits. Before Jeff Jarrett can face Ric Flair in the Nature Boys farewell match, he had to be the eyes and ears as to who would be the undisputed tag team champions. I'll admit immediately, this didn't top their fantastic match at Money in the Bank. But this was still a very fun back and forth tag team match, with unpredictability, passion-fueled performances, and the crowd was super into it. Montez Ford showed off his athleticism very well, Dawkins got everything heated up at the right times, and the Usos continued to look top-tier dominant. I was bummed to see the Street Profits lose because it leaves more little in their future, and the booking seems like they could break the team up pretty soon. Montez did not look happy there. Number 3. Logan Paul vs. The Miz. Definitely did not expect this match to rank this high, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. In his singles debut, Logan Paul made sure to make more in-ring improvements, and it really paid off. The selling, standing moonsaults, and insane frog splash through the announce table all got reactions out of me. The Miz delivered great heat with Maurice and Ciampa helping out, and the AJ Styles spot was a little random, but adds to the story that Styles was the one training Logan Paul, but he probably wasn't. In the end, this was a high-tier celebrity match that beyond impressed all audiences. I don't think Logan as a babyface will work for too long, but he sure earned the respect. Number 2. Bianca Belair vs. Becky Lynch. A pretty smart decision to have this be the opener because most fans understood this feud and were just ready to see what they can deliver. And of course, it was another fantastic match between the two. Both of their gears were incredible, and they made sure to let this match have a different style. There were a lot more clever counters, they got some time to do some memorable spots on the outside, and the final few minutes were very intense and pretty clever. That combination of the Spanish Fly to the KOD was a chef's kiss conclusion. Then the post-match stuff was amazing. The handshake and hug was great, then we got one of the biggest pops of the night with Bayley walking out for her return. Not only that, but bringing a previously released Dakota Kai along with her, and one of the best women's wrestlers in the world, Io Shirai, now going as Io Sky. We're in Hunter's WWE now, everyone. Buckle up. A great stable formation and Becky solidifying her face turn made this extra memorable. And number 1, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Holy fucking shit. If they were going to give Roman and Brock one more match, This was the most chaotically brilliant way to close it off. This last man standing match brought out the kind of moments you rarely, if ever, get out of a pro wrestling match, and it blew my mind how entertained I was for the whole bout. Cowboy Brock driving down in the tractor and jumping off was a hilarious way to kick it off. Their brawling around the arena was also a ton of fun, with Roman getting tossed into the camera. They really made sure to keep the right pace with memorable moment after memorable moment. Then, of course, let's go back to the tractor. Him tossing Roman back into the ring with it was hilarious, and when he flipped part of the ring over, it was an unforgettable visual that truly hasn't been seen before. And when you think you can't get any more, you have Paul Heyman getting F5 through the announce table, Theory trying to cash in, and Roman's eventual win that took a ton to defeat Cowboy Brock. Probably the wildest last man standing match in WWE history, and their most memorable main event of the year, by far. So that was my ranking of the SummerSlam 2022 card. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and duke out your SummerSlam opinions below in the comments.